Hello, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time it's another late at night video, but it's breaking news. I wanted to talk about it, so here we are. We've got the Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager Class Wave 2 set, as well as an update on a Studio Series figure that I want to talk about. And we're going to start off with the Heatwave figure. Now, Heatwave is going to be a remold of the Prime Bulkhead. We kind of found that out when we saw the drawing for Heatwave that was teased earlier. And some people were kind of disappointed by that, but I was curious to see exactly how they're going to pull it off, and I don't think they did a bad job. The back is definitely kind of just a mishmash of different things. Like, you could see the legs are the original Bulkhead figure, but then the ladder just kind of slaps there. I don't know, it just doesn't really flow with the rest of the toy. I do like how the axe has a spot perfectly fit on the peg holes and right between the ladder. I thought that was kind of cool. You can see that the other weapon will be able to plug onto the other side, but as far as the front of the vehicle, that definitely reminds me of the original Rescue Bot toys. So I like how that turned out. Like, you can see the headlights would form the fist of the original toys. I like the big windscreen, the yellow, the red, and then the white to trim it around. I think that looks pretty cool. Taking a look at this other image, we can see it with the accessories separated, so he will come with an axe as well as a double blaster, which is in transparent blue. I guess that's to associate with the original versions of the Rescue Bots. So that's why Chase had transparent blue weapons, is because it's meant to reference that, which, by the way, I really need to get that Chase figure for this now. But you could also see that the ladder will be able to detach, and I think that's just meant to clip on, like when you take a figure out of the packaging and certain parts have to be removed to be able to fit inside the packaging. I think that's an additional piece, but I don't know if it's actually attached to the figure already, because it looks like it's already attached. Right now in this image, it actually looks like a shelving unit. Anyways, taking a look at the figure all prepared with all the stuff. I do like how the ladder comes up over the head. I love the fireman helmet on the head sculpt, and I like the goggles, but it makes him look like he's got a giant smile. But the chest looks big and bulky, and it definitely looks like that original Rescue Bots-esque design. I like the red, and yeah, he's got the bulkhead legs, but I don't necessarily mind because I think it flows naturally with the rest of the figure, especially when the upper legs are kind of rounded at the sides there, so it kind of fits in with the headlights. I also like the fact that the energon weapons are well integrated. Like, he's got an axe that he'll be able to hold, makes sense, and then the blaster piece will be able to cover part of the hand, so I thought that was kind of neat. And then taking a look at the box, I just wanted to show off the packaging. Pretty good artwork, and it's actually listed for Rescue Bot. It's not just Autobot Heatwave or whatever, because in Legacy they used to do that all the time, but nowadays they don't really do that, but they want to continue that for this at least. Anyways, moving on, we have the Robots in Disguise 2001 inspired Sky-Byte, and this is one that I'm excited for because I actually don't have Sky-Byte in my collection. Now, some people are saying that this is very similar to the original Robots in Disguise Sky-Byte, and I don't think that's really a problem. I heard that there were some concerns and issues with the original generation's Thrilling 31. Maybe I'm misremembering that, but I heard that a lot of people don't like the legs. So hopefully this is done a lot better. And taking a look at the deco, it seems like it's almost like a dark purple, but some of the images I've seen seem to change. It seems to be a more brighter blue hue, so I'm not entirely sure which one they're going for, but either way I don't necessarily mind. I like the silver markings all around, the gunmetal, and then the yellow highlights, so you can see that at the back fin, as well as the blaster piece that you'll be able to attach into the jaw. I think the head sculpt and the teeth is very menacing. I think it's perfect for Sky-Byte. And then the fins, I believe they're attached to a certain 5mm peg, so they'll be able to rotate. You could actually see that while it's displayed with all the accessories. So again, you can see the blaster piece will be able to separate from the jaw itself, so you won't just have that inside. And then you can see the fins or blades will attach to the side. Taking a look at the full robot mode without the accessories, or with the accessories attached, I should say. I do like that the blaster piece will again cover the hand. I also kind of like that he's got a fin on the side of the arm. but I like the shoulder armor, it's nice and big. I think the legs could have bulked out a little bit more, and the torso just feels like a slapped on piece more than it flows naturally with the figure, but he still has that claw arm, which is fantastic. Still has the giant fin on the head. That's something that's really important for Sky-Byte. And considering that we are going to get that Robots in Disguise Optimus Prime, I'm kind of hoping that there's a little way to attach that armor onto Sky-Byte. If you watch the original show, you understand the reference. And just taking a look at the packaging, looks pretty good. I like the artwork on the side. So yeah, this is definitely something I plan on getting. Moving right along, I also wanted to touch up on the Studio Series 86 Constructicons. This is the Commander Class Hook and Long Haul, and the reason why I wanted to touch up on this is because we have official stock images. I know this was revealed previously, but there you go, there's the alt modes. You can see that Long Haul will be able to carry a lot of the kibble that's incorporated into Devastator, which some people might be upset by. Oh no, Devastator has parts forming, but if you look at the original Devastator, it's really no different. The one thing I don't like is the fact that Hook feels very squat in his alt mode. I feel like that should have been longer, but otherwise, I do like the idea that Long Haul is carrying all the junk. And then moving right along, we could take a look at the robot modes, and I think the robot modes look fine. I think that Hook's elbows look a little off, but I like the silver going down there. And Long Haul is definitely bulky, but I don't necessarily mind the way he looks. I don't know. I feel like if anyone's going to be bulky, it's definitely going to be Long Haul. Anyways, moving on, let's go ahead and take a look at the torso for Devastator. So these two are in a box set because they will be able to combine to form the entire torso, so that's why they're in a 2-pack. And I actually really like how this looks. It's actually turned me on a little bit more with the Devastator unit. And I really want to find Scrapper and Bone Crusher. All the pre-orders are out of stock. They just went right away. So I really want to find it out in the wild or at the toy fair or something, because I really want to finish off a Devastator. I don't have a Generation-style Devastator or a third-party Devastator, so it would be nice to finally fill that void in my collection. I don't have Combiner Wars or whatever. And I just think that it looks very nice, very powerful. I like the head sculpt, and you could definitely see that the chest piece is removed. He will have the side chest piece, but I don't know if he has the incorporated middle section. I don't know if that's going to be part of another Constructicon, and if so, will that be necessary to combine the whole thing? I guess we'll have to wait and see. Also, additional wheels, because the carriage for Long Haul has additional wheels for it, so they had to kind of put that in with this figure. But I don't mind how this so far is turning out. I think that out of all the combiners we've been seeing lately, Devastator is the most cleaned up. And I know that some of the Constructicons are kind of hit and miss with their alt modes and their robot modes, but I think it turned out well for at least the combiner, from what we've seen so far. So with that out of the way, what do you guys think? Please comment below, let me know. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.